Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are joining for the first time, thank you. If you're a previous subscriber or one of my many new subscribers, welcome back. Okay, so I have been away from the channel for a little bit and I took a little bit of a vacation and we went out of town for a few days. And I'm coming back now, and I can't really remember everything that I showed you guys on the Cricut hauls that I have done since I bought my Cricut Joy Xtra machine, and that's here. I will link the video to that down below, or I'll have it up at the end of the video so you guys can check that one out. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm just going to show you everything that I have bought to date to go along with my Cricut machine. I did purchase the Cricut machine to make English paper piecing templates, the card templates or the paper templates. If you are someone that is familiar with English paper piecing, you will know that the little templates that you put your fabric on can get expensive. So what I decided to do is make my own. I tried making my own by printing them on the printer and cutting them out, and they just were not accurate. They weren't accurate for matching up different shapes to what I wanted to do, and I just was not happy with the results. So upon research, I learned that I could make my own English paper piecing templates on a Cricut machine. So I have literally bought my little Cricut machine to make those templates. I have since made about 1,000 cardstock templates, and I will do a video on that later. I just kind of want to go over everything else that I have learned so far and what I have purchased and what I will be doing with these items. Okay. So first of all, I am a complete newbie to a Cricut machine. I have seen them around for years, and I never could justify paying the huge price that they wanted for the large model Cricut machines. Now, I do know that they have a Cricut Joy machine that is a lot smaller than my model. My model measures, I believe, 12.5 inches. And the Cricut Joy, I believe, is 8.5 inches and can cut something up to 6.5 inches wide, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that. Anyway, so one of the things I knew I needed right away was something that was going to be able to help me learn my Cricut machine besides watching YouTube videos and going to other websites. So I am a big supporter of those YouTube videos and going online to research topics, but I also am a huge supporter of either going to a local library or purchasing a book where you can learn from and refer to it all the time. In previous videos for my sewing machines and things like that, I am a big supporter on the manuals that come with your machines and referring to them when you need to know something. So I learned that they had the Cricut for Dummies book. Now, over the years, I've had a couple different dummies for the For Dummies series books that I have used on, I think I did Crochet for Dummies. I did, there was another one that I did, Basic Hardware for Dummies or something like that, or Basic Home Improvement for Dummies or something like that. I can't remember exactly what they were, but I have passed those books on that I no longer needed them. Okay, so I purchased the Cricut for Dummies book. And I did purchase the most of, if the items here are not either from Amazon, they are from Walmart or Michaels. I did purchase a couple things from Hobby Lobby, but if you are familiar with the Cricut supplies at Hobby Lobby, it's not really a lot in my opinion. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and proceed on, and along with knowing that I was going to be cutting cardstock, when I bought my Cricut machine, I just bought the machine itself. It came with some basic tools like a Cricut pen and a little bonus little weeder. And the weeder is for picking up the little pieces of vinyl when it's cut. It's for basically weeding out those small cut pieces of your design. So I knew I was going to need a few other things. And in my research, I found that tool sets for Cricuts can be expensive. If you get the name brand tools, they can be really expensive. I've seen them anywhere from, if you get the knockoff brands, they can be $6. They can be clear up to over $20 for sets. So I knew I didn't need to spend that because I had a lot of basic tools already on hand. And let me show you what some of those are. So when I purchased my mats, one of the big things that I knew when I purchased my machine is it didn't come with mats. So I was going to need to purchase some mats. So at the same time that I purchased the machine, I also got a pack of mats off of Amazon. This was a 6-piece mat set. You get one strong mat. You get 3 standard mats, and then 2 light mats. And I have been using the light mats a lot, and I use them both. And they have a protective plastic on them. And one of the tips I learned is to write front, or put something on the front of your film to cover your mats to help protect them. Now I already do have to clean my mats. They have a lot of lint on them already and Luna hair, so please excuse that. I did purchase these on Amazon, 6-piece set, and I cannot remember the price exactly, but I will try to link everything down below. Okay, so along with the mats and the book, I purchased the Cricut machine itself off of Amazon. I paid $149.99. That is the going price for them right now. You can get them for the same price at Michael's. And I have some groups that I belong to on Facebook where I have seen some people commenting that they have found some really fantastic clearance deals on the Cricuts at Walmart. Anywhere from $100, $79 for the Cricut Joy, $100 for the Cricut Joy Xtra. So I don't know. I don't know if in my experience with research, I have not found those in any of the local Walmarts near me. So I'm not saying those prices don't exist, but shop around a little bit to find your best price. I am a Cricut newbie, so researching a lot of this stuff is still kind of like an ongoing thing for me. So I did buy a Cricut brayer. Now, a Cricut brayer is probably one of the most important tools besides a weeding tool that you're going to need along with your mat. Because when you put either paper or cardstock or even some vinyls down on a mat, to ensure that they stick and cut properly on the machine, you will have to roll them. And when it's flat on your table, you're going to roll, and it's going to basically temporarily bond that to your mat because the mats are sticky. So I purchased a braying tool, and I did get this one on Amazon. I purchased it the same time when I bought my Cricut for Dummies book. I believe it was $8.99. There are some cheaper knockoff brands, but I figured I would just go ahead and get the Cricut brand. I liked the way it looked, and that's why I went ahead and went with the Cricut brand. Okay, so also when I purchased my mat, this little tool came with the mats. It's just a little plastic spatula, and it's for scraping off either leftover vinyl or cardstock little pieces, whatever is stuck to your mat. And instead of picking it off by hand or with tweezers or whatever, you can just run it across the mat and it'll come right off. So that came with that, and I have used this a lot actually. I don't know why I keep putting it back in the little package. Okay, so also when I bought the mat and the Cricut, I knew that I would need extra blades. And I went to Cricut Facebook groups before I even bought my Cricut. Well, I take that back. I bought my Cricut, then joined the groups because I knew already I was going to need help and advice. So somebody told me that I should get blades. So when I bought the Cricut, I saw these, that people were buying these along with the Cricut. It was like a joint purchase. So I went ahead and purchased them too. So I figured I might as well go ahead and get replacement blades while I could. And these are the little blades, and you pull the little blue part off, and the blade is inside there. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. So I think these are the medium blades, and I got a fine blade inside the machine. So I purchased those, and I believe, if I remember correctly, these were $6.99 for 5 blades. So not a bad price at all. Okay, so there's that. And what I have done is I have this little plastic deal, little toolbox, little pencil case that I am putting all my tools in, so I keep them all together. So I just put that in there. I put my Cricut pen that came with the machine and the little weeding tool in there. And I gathered some supplies that I had around the house. This is a, I don't know, this is a Sewing Awl, AWL. And it's, a lot of people will use it to hold the fabric down while you're feeding it through the machine. I did not like that at all. And the and the reason why is, if you can see that tip on there, this thing is needle sharp at the end. I mean, it is so darn sharp that I said I am not using this on my machine, because if I'm pushing fabric through underneath the needle and the foot of the machine, I'm going to scratch the heck out of my machine. So I just put it in a box with other sewing supplies and left it sit there. Well, now I can use this as a weeding tool because it is really sharp at the end of it, and it's the same thing of what the little weeding tool that came with it. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. It's really sharp as well. Well, I figured I can use them both. So I did that. Then I have this, you may have seen me use this in some of my other videos. And this is called a pen blade. Can you guys see that okay? And what it is it is just literally an X-Acto knife that you can click and close. And I have used this for lifting off some of like the cardstock when it's on the mat, as I just kind of lift it up a little bit and flip it off. And it's been working really well. So I decided to go ahead and put that in my kit. Okay. Now, some people may be familiar with what this tool is. And let me tell you, I've had it sitting in a drawer, in a junk drawer in my kitchen for probably 11 years. We moved into our house 2014, so it's been in a junk drawer since then. These are actually, you know, like the dental picks that when they clean your teeth, that is exactly what this thing is. And I will tell you the reason why I have this is we had something that we needed to fix, and we needed a precision tool to be able to kind of like manipulate whatever we were working on. And we found these at Army Surplus. They had a whole bunch of like old dentist tools. Well, not old dentist tools. They were in cases when I purchased it. And I think I got it for like $1, and it was an old dental tool. But it's kind of like a pick. And it's got that sharp point on it. So I thought this would be a great weeding tool when I do my vinyl. So I put that in there. Of course, these little items weren't bought for Cricut, but I'm going to go ahead and include them in here because things that you might already have on hand, you could use them for your working on your Cricut machine. And that way you wouldn't have to purchase additional tools. I have some old tweezers that I bought at quilting shows, things like that. And if, you know, if you have tweezers set aside, you know, they're really great for getting threads. If you're picking threads out or something while you're sewing, they're really great to have on hand. So I have these, and I figured I'm going to go ahead and throw them in the toolkit as well, because it may help to get some, you know, weeding the vinyl. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and set that aside, and I'll get back to the items that I have purchased. Okay, so let me put those over there so I know that I've already talked about those. Okay, so besides some of the vinyls that I've already shown, I'm going to show you these again actually. So these were all purchased at Walmart, this section here. Let me move these back. And these particular ones were all purchased at Walmart, and this is the Walmart brand called Hello Hobby. And I did learn from somebody in one of the Cricut groups that these are great to use. They're an inexpensive way to get vinyls, because vinyls can be expensive. I learned today exactly how some of the vinyls can be, and I will get to that in a few minutes. So I purchased these, and I got these 4 here are iron-on, and I got this is a multicolor glitter pack. Can you guys see all those? Hopefully you guys can see in there. I know the light is kind of glaring on it, but there's a purple, a pink, I think silver, and a baby blue. Yes, light pink, light blue, light purple, and silver. So there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces in here, and each piece is 12 by 12. And I thought these would be kind of cute to maybe do like tote bags. I had a lapse of text there coming into my head. So I got these, so I thought they would be really cute to do maybe on some vinyl, or to do some vinyl iron on some of the tote bags that I have purchased in the past, and just something that I could experiment with. I know some people say that they hate working with glitter vinyls, and this one, it says applies permanently to fabrics using heat, for die cutting machines, for use with iron or other heat transfer devices. And these are the pastel glitter 4-pack. It does say that not for inkjet printers, so these are non-printable vinyls. Another thing that I have learned, there are many different types of vinyls. And I'll get to those later in some other videos, but we're just going to kind of stick with the ones that I have at this point. I purchased a really pretty teal, and this one is 1 sheet 12 inches by 2 feet. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but some of the things that I work with in my room are all kind of like teal colors. I'm trying to keep all my storage kind of like in the same color family, but I'm really loving the teal colors. So this one's actually called Spearmint, but definitely a teal. So I purchased that one. I got a black one, And I got the black because I want to create some, like a Harry Potter tote bag or something like that. And if you're familiar with the Harry Potter, like the silhouette stuff, it's all in black. So I purchased that one. So this one is a white iron-on, and it is also the 12 inches by 2 feet. So then I purchased a roll of permanent vinyl, and these are for, not for inkjet printers, but it says that it's a permanent vinyl, easy to weed and apply with a smooth application and finish, not for inkjet printers. So I thought this would be just kind of cute to make some decals or some labels for the house that are just like a cut label. So there's that. Then if you are, I'm sure some of you are definitely familiar with the world of Cricut, you will need transfer tape. So what transfer tape is it's basically just a clear vinyl. It does have a grid on it, and what you do is you place the transfer tape over your item that you have cut, that you're going to be lifting up to place on whatever you're going to be doing, and it just helps you transfer whatever you have made onto whatever you're doing. And it's just a little transfer aid, basically, transfer tape. So do I know how to use it yet? Nope. Are we going to learn in the future together? Definitely. Okay, so then the next thing I bought is I know I want to make some stickers. Now I have, let me grab these here. I have, let me show you. I've had these ones in my stash for quite a long time, and I was going to make a printed template for when I do my machine embroidery edge-to-edge designs for my quilting. And there is a technique that you can print the design on it, and you lay it out on whatever you're going to be doing your machine embroidery on. And it just is a template to help you decide where you're going to stitch. So I had purchased these, and I knew that some of these just were not going to work. This is a vinyl sticker paper. It's non-water resistant, quick drying, and I thought that these I could do literally like it says. It's a vinyl sticker paper. I can make stickers with it, but again, they're not water resistant, so you can't use them on cups or anything like that. So I do have these, and then I have some matte white sticker paper that we're going to try and do as well. So these are really cool that I did have these in my in my stash. So there's those. Excuse me. Then what I learned about is I could go and get Smart Label. So this is for the Cricut Joy, and I know this will not fit in my machine. So as you can see, this is the size that the Cricut Joy will cut. This is the width, and mine is the Cricut Joy Xtra. So with the Cricut Joy Xtra, it is 8.5 inches. These are 5.5 inches. So you have to have that little bit of leeway on the side so anyway. So I purchased these, and these are writable vinyl. I can put these in the machine, and I can use the Cricut pens with these. So if I want to make a label that I want to, say I want to make labels for storage containers in my pantry, I can easily make those with this type of paper and a Cricut Joy pen. So I purchased these Cricut pens, and the Cricut Joy pens are also compatible with the Cricut Joy Xtra. So I got those. And I did show you that the machine did come with one pen. These, let me think. I purchased these at Michael's as well. I want to say that these were on clearance for $4. I could not tell you what the original price of these are. I can research them. There you go. You can see how they did like spice jar labels on there. So I thought I could make some labels with these, and or even just some homemade thank you stickers that I can design myself and like to stick on my packaging and things like that when I do sell my items. Okay, so my next items that I have purchased is I went and got some cardstock, and I'm going to move this stuff aside. Oh, when I purchased the Cricut Joy Smart Labels and the pens, I also went and bought the Cricut Joy card mat. So if you are familiar with Cricut machines, you will know that you can do greeting cards on them, and you need a specific type of mat for them. If you are using for custom cards and things like that, there is a technique that uses this special type of mat. So I purchased this at the same time. My receipt is in here, and I kept it in there so I knew what I paid for everything. Okay, so yes, the pens were $9.99. The Cricut Joy card mat was $11.99. And these were $4 each on clearance. And it says I saved $3.30. I did use a coupon, and I have a military discount, so I was able to get 15% off. So I will put the prices that I paid, no, I'll just put what the prices are so you guys will know. So I did get the mat as well. Okay, so that's where the rest of this part comes in. So I went to Hobby Lobby, and we're going to move these aside. And I know that I will be making Christmas cards. So these are a cardstock, and you can see that there's 100 different sheets in here. They come in blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. And I thought this was just a paper. I don't know why. I don't think I'm going to be using it as a cardstock. I may just make labels with these. I'm not sure if I will use these for cards. So what I did do is then I saw that there are pre-made cards, and this is a 50 pack of cards along with the 50 envelopes. And these are the pre-folded cards that I can use on the card mat. And these are 5" by 7. And that would be the, I'm not too sure what size the 5" by 7 card is. I will have to look. If you are familiar with Cricut machines, the Cricut Joy can do up to the 6.6" cards, I believe. So I may have to trim these down, or I can just put them on a card mat and use them that way. So, but I really like the idea that they were already cards, and I didn't have to cut cardstock myself. So at that same time, since I knew I was going to be making these really beautiful Christmas cards that I found from a seller on Etsy, I knew that I would need a background cardstock to go behind the cutout white card. So I went and I got 4 sheets of red glitter, and this is absolutely gorgeous, and I am really upset. I don't know if you guys can see the mark, but on one of these, I'm trying to see, I don't know, I can see on mine there's a scuff mark that goes from here to here, and I really don't know if you guys can see that on the camera at all. And I tried really hard not to get any of these corners bent up, but one of them did here. And then I got just, this is a kind of like a watercolor paper cardstock. It's got a little bit of a texture to it, and I thought these would be really, so one side is kind of like it's smoother, and this side is kind of like a texture, and I thought these would be good to put as inserts for the cards as well. And I got 5 pieces of these, so there's that. And then I got this beautiful book. Please excuse my tape that I have on these, and I will explain in a minute why I had the tape on here. When you buy these books of scrapbook paper, you will know that it comes with like tape over them, like they seal it, I guess, and that's so you can't steal paper out of them. And when I peeled the tape off, it left it all, it's like, it's still sticky. So instead of having everything stick to it, I just put some masking tape over the top of it. And there are, well, you can kind of see on the front here that there are some absolutely gorgeous papers in here. It's actually cardstock, and it is a thinner cardstock. And I thought I could go ahead and cut these and use them as the inserts for the cards. So there's some like Victorian style old-fashioned Santas, some beautiful plaid, holly, kind of like a vintage Christmas paper, red stripe, or like an aged kind of red stripe. We've got Christmas trees, Christmas wreaths, Christmas music sheet, some more kind of, it's mistletoe with holly. So the red berries are the holly and the white is the mistletoe. Got some string lights. This would be really cute behind, definitely behind a card. We got like a Victorian Christmas village maybe. And then we got some really pretty stripe. This looks like old postcards with kind of like Christmas over the top. We have some more, we have some poinsettias with some pine and some pine cones. And then we have some pine cones with some little pine bows. I really, really love this green plaid. It is so pretty. We have Christmas baubles, Christmas decorations. We have a really pretty, this is like really Victorian. You've got a horse with drawn wagons and sleighs. You got a music harp, or not a harp, a horn. People ice skating, a sleigh, wreaths, all kinds of really pretty stuff on this one. Another music notes, Carol of the Holly, little, and our last one, we have another piece with some pine cones and some more green plaid. And I did pay $12.99 for this. I think that is an excellent price for beautiful pieces of cardstock like this. There are 4 pieces of each one. They are 12 by 12, and you have a total of 60 sheets in here. So I do not know how I'm going to use these yet, if I will do them in the cutout. When we get to the Christmas cards, I'll explain that a little bit more, because I'm still kind of learning on that one as well. Okay, so then what I went and did is I knew that I was going to need paper. So this is cardstock. You can see here I have cardstock, and then get it out of here. Then I have the bright copy paper as well. And these are the same colors. You have the green, the neon kind of orange, the yellow, red, purple, and blue. And you can see they're all basically here except for that orange. Now, the reason why I got more cardstock is to have the green and the red, that if I was going to put those behind the cards. And then the blue as well, you can put behind like the snowflake cards. So I knew I had the paper already, but I needed some cardstock to go in there as well. So I got that. Since I already had this, I knew I could go ahead and just get the cardstock. Okay, so then I also purchased some more smart vinyl. If you are not, well, actually this is the only smart vinyl I think I have, besides this one. So what smart vinyl is if you are familiar, again, with Cricut machines, you will know that smart vinyl can be cut without a cutting mat. You do not need to use a cutting mat when you use smart vinyl. It has, I don't really want to open it, but it has a hard kind of like a sheet behind it that it is stuck on that lets you cut the vinyl. And the vinyl is very thin. And you can see that this is for the Cricut Explore 3 and the Cricut Maker. Don't think you can't use it in a Cricut Joy or a Cricut Joy Xtra or any of the Cricuts. Just cut it down to the size that you need. So I went ahead and got this, and it says you can use these for water bottles, car decals, and outdoor signs. Great for a wide variety of surfaces and projects. Scan for more info if you with the code, the QR code. Works without a cutting mat, just load and go. It is dishwasher friendly, weather and fade resistant, and one sheet. Colors may vary. This is 13 inches by 3 feet. And then what I did is I saw this one, and let me tell you, I am not one for rainbow, flashy stuff, but this was just so pretty, and I know somebody who will like this so much. So I went ahead and purchased this, and I'm going to take it out so I can go ahead and I can, wow, okay, I just learned something in here. So this is a matless permanent vinyl, no mat needed. Okay, so there is one sheet of shimmer and one sheet of strong grip transfer tape that it comes with. Did this one come with transfer tape as well? We're going to have to open that one up and look. So we're going to go ahead and open this one, and I'm going to show you, because this is, let me tell you guys, this is beautiful. And there is your piece of transfer tape, and basically it's just a clear heavy-duty vinyl that lets you put down on it and transfer. So that is really cool that it came with transfer tape. That's really cool. Look how absolutely beautiful. Isn't this gorgeous? Guys, I really don't think the camera is doing this justice, but can you see that shimmer? Can you see that in there? This is gorgeous. Okay, and you can see the shiny side. This is like a really slick plastic, kind of like the plastic that is on top of your cutting mat, but a little bit even thicker than that plastic. So there is that, and look at that. Wouldn't that make a gorgeous, gorgeous, I don't know what. It's just gorgeous. I am not one for colors like this, but when I saw this, it was just so pretty. Little girl, unicorn? Maybe a unicorn? Oh my God, that'd be so pretty. Yeah, okay, so there's that. I also thought stickers would be really pretty on this. You know, I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I loved it, so I bought it. So there's this one. And I do not know how much I paid for these. These might have been $9.99 at Walmart. I will have to go and look what I paid. I'm going to stick this one back in here. And that's just gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I put the pieces of transfer tape in there with it. This is a strong grip transfer tape. And what was my strong grip? Okay, so that one was a strong grip transfer tape as well. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that in there so that that's all in the box where it belongs. Let's make sure that gets in there and I don't ruin that in any way. Okay, so I'm not even gonna try to close it because it's, okay, let's try. We'll try. There we go. Tore the box a little, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and open up this one as well and see. Okay, so no, this one did not come with transfer tape inside. It is just the smart vinyl. I think that's pretty cool that they included a piece of the transfer tape in there. Okay, guys, so now we were almost to the end of the video. What I went and I purchased today is Oracle 651. Now, if you plan on doing any print and cut items, you will know that you will need a vinyl that you can actually put through a laser ink or inkjet printer. And this does say so easy to cut, weed, hand wash only, outdoor durability up to 6 years, for indoor and outdoor use. And what I really want to use this for is I want to make car decals. I am a huge Harry Potter fan. My Jeep is kind of a maroon color, reddish maroon, and we have named it Fox from the Phoenix on Harry Potter is what my Jeep is named after. So I want to make a flying Phoenix decal to put on the back window of my Jeep. And I've purchased one from Amazon or from Etsy, and I'm hoping that when I figure out how to do that, that I will be able to use these. They do say, I did a lot of research online last night before going to the store to purchase these today. They did say that Oracle 651 can be done in an inkjet printer. So I will have to cut it, and I will have to make sure that I can print it in my particular printer. I have my printer up here. Actually, the HP printer, a little off topic, but actually my HP printer that I do have is kind of suckering me into having to update. Well, of course, update. You always do have to update. But sucker me into their ink and enter a code anytime. If it goes offline, I have to enter a code in all the time. And this stupid printer has been nothing but problems. So we are looking at a new printer. So until I get a new printer, I will not be doing any print and cut designs with the Oracle, but I did want to have it on hand. So when that does happen, I can do that. Okay, guys, so what I am doing is I mentioned this little box in a previous haul that I did a while back. I got these folding storage boxes, and they have a magnetic close on them. And what I'm doing is I am putting all of my vinyls in here, and I'm going to get this stuff out of the way. So I'm going to, I got my Cricut information here that came with the Cricut. So we're going to put our vinyls in there. I do not think all of these are going to fit. Will this fit in there? Let's see. It kind of fits in there, but I don't want to force it. So we're just going to leave those ones out. We're going to see if these can fit. Yes, these fit. Okay, so my Oracle, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm just saying Oracle. You can purchase Oracle on Amazon. I went to Michael's and got these because they were supposed to be $7.49 according to what the app says, but I failed to realize that that was if you purchase it on the app and go pick it up price. I paid $9.99 for it, and it was buy one get one 50% off sale currently. So there was that. So we're going to go ahead and put the Cricut Joy Smart label in here. The cardstock will fit there. The cards will fit here. And I don't know if my toolbox will fit here and close. No, it won't close. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and leave that like so. I'm going to move this aside. And I also have a, from years ago when I was, well, not years ago, a couple years, maybe about a year and a half ago, I was making machine embroidery gift cards. So I had these, I like these storage boxes, and I know that they are for scrapbooking. And I knew I had these scrapbooking other books that I have. So these are just acid-free papers. And I knew that I could store my Christmas in there, and I can do my other cardstocks in here so they don't get damaged. So we're going to go ahead and put those away, and I'm going to stick them up here on the shelf so they are out of the way. Okay, so kind of got everything out of the way a little bit here. And what I have also done is last night I purchased some items off of Amazon, and I wanted to be able to show those to you guys today. But unfortunately, when I did order them, they were supposed to be delivered. You know how like when you get the notification when you have Prime that when you're ordering something, it'll tell you if you order so much within that certain amount of time frame, free delivery the next morning by like overnight from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. It was supposed to be delivered today. And I don't know what happened. Something happened where it said that it shipped, and there was a holdup, and I did not get them delivered today. But what I bought is I bought some rhinestones, the sticky back rhinestones. I bought, they are the centerpieces for flowers. They're called stamens or pistils, something. And they're like little pieces of cotton thread with pearls on them, so they can go inside artificial flowers. But I'm going to be making some paper cut flowers on the Cricut machine. And I got some amazing, beautiful designs, and I will show you those later when I get to those. And I found out that one of the card designs that I got is a pop-up card, and you have to use, oh, what's it called? You know the foam that you put in vases to put your flowers down in, or artificial flower arrangements so they stand up? It's that green foam that you put in there. So I have some of that, but I also knew that I had to get, you know, the wires. So the wires for when you do your flowers and things. This is a pack of 200, and I did order these last night. And I did a bunch of research before I purchased these. I learned that 10 of these wires at Walmart is $5.99. I looked on Hobby Lobby, I looked on Michael's, and I just didn't like the prices that I saw. I couldn't find them on Hobby Lobby at all. I don't know if I was looking in the wrong section or what. But these are literally just thin gauge flower decorating wires. And I bought a pack of 200, and they were basically what 10 would be at Walmart. So I'm actually going to get 400 out of these, and maybe even depending on the type of arrangement in the cards. Some of them require shorter pieces, some of them require longer pieces, and these are 16-inch ones. So I will be able to cut these down maybe in half or in thirds even, to get quite a few different sizes out of them. So I purchased those, and these were the only things that were delivered today. It held up our whole day. We had plans to go out today to get more things for my diet, and I kind of got off my eating healthy track while we were going on our fishing trips and our little camping kind of out of town trips. And I need to get back to eating healthy. So we went today and did that. But we didn't get out of the house until just before 4 o'clock this afternoon to go and go to Michael's to get the Oracle 631 roll. And yeah, so it was, today was just one of those days. I also ordered a couple other little things, and I can't remember right offhand what they were. Oh, I got more Cricut pens. Cricut pens were on sale on Amazon, and I got a heck of a deal of it, but I had to get something else to go along with those. And when I get those in, I wanted to be able to include that in today's video. And I waited all day to get this video filmed to you and to be able to get it edited so I could post it today, because it's been 8 days since the last video. And just the other things just did not get delivered today. So I've kind of blown a whole day where I could have like actually filmed this and gotten this uploaded quicker to you guys, and I apologize for that. Okay, so if you have any comments, please comment down below. Let me know what you think of everything. I will try to include everything listed below, the prices. Oh boy. I know that's some of the items I know I just ain't. I'm just not going to be able to include because they're either out of stock or I can't remember where I purchased them. These might have been at Walmart. I just don't know. But I want to be able to get this video up. You know, if I do forget, okay, what I will say is if you guys do want to know any prices, please just let me know and ask down below, because if I try to include all of the prices and put the links for everything, it is going to literally take me until probably 2 o'clock in the morning to get this video up. And that's going to be, it's going on it's 10 after 9 in the evening, Sunday for me right now. If I try to do that, all those links and researching all that is going to take a long time to get edited and put into the video description. So we're just going to leave it. If you guys want to know a price, please ask. Again, you can always email me. I used to have my little email thing here where I could show you guys. And for some reason, it has literally disappeared. There we go. I found it. Let me show you. Okay, so you can always email me at jsnc18@gmail.com. If you have any questions and you don't want to include it down below in the comment section, email me. Let me know what you guys think. If you have some constructive criticism, don't be too harsh, because I am new at this. Email me. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah. Okay. We're going to go ahead and end the video here. I'm going to get it edited, and I'm going to get it posted. We're about an hour. So it's going to take about 2 hours to upload, edit, things like that. So hopefully you guys will see this very soon. All right, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. Questions, comments, leave those down below. And we will see you guys very soon in the next video. Bye, guys.